Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. Boxing trainer Alex Matvienko ahead of his no, not ahead of your fight. I mean ahead of Mickey Ellison's fight, sorry.
Yeah. We're in Liverpool now. Mickey's due on at 7 o'clock. It's now actually 3:20, so it's only a few hours to go.
Yeah, how many of course Mickey was meant to be fighting in, was it Sweden?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
So there was some paperwork that was missed, and a bit of a miscomplication. Certain individuals who was dealing with it, um, thought someone else had processed it. Someone else thought someone else had processed it. So we missed the deadline to put him to the boxing board, and the fight was unfortunately cancelled not due to things out of mine and Mickey's control. So I said to Mickey, strangely enough, I said, "Stay ready. There's the bill at the Liverpool venue, and you just never know. You never know." Because I always remember Jamie Moore got Michael Jones a week's notice, and he fought for the British title and won at Everton. And you've just got to be ready in boxing. And he stayed ready, and he got the call. 24 hours later, he's at the weigh-in. 48 hours later, he's about to enter the venue.
Mm. What, so how did the fight come about? They just called because Linus, did he pull out at the how long have you guys like known about the fight?
Well, we knew on Thursday. So on Thursday, I had about 20 missed calls off Mickey, but I'd been teaching, and he was like, "Ring me urgent," so I knew. So I answered, and he said, "You was right when you said stay ready. Something will come. We've got a fight." And then I asked him who it was. He told me. I spoke with a couple of our coaches, and we all decided it's perfect. Let's go for it. So we confirmed with Steve we'll take the fight. Let's do it.
Of course, he's got Aaron Mckenna, who Boxer are promoting and rank him quite highly.
Yeah. I mean, he's won some form of WBC titles, so he's highly rated by them. He's highly rated in the world. He's undefeated. He's been boxing on Golden Boy Promotions. He's been training out in America a lot of his career. He's been highly touted as the next big thing. He's called out all these fighters. Hamza Shiraz is called out.
Liam Williams.
Williams constantly, and sometimes you get what you wish for, a big hard man, and he's got that in Mickey Ellison.
I mean, of course, Mickey's no one to say. He says yes to pretty much anything because he's coming off I think. I mean, even though it's two defeat, but look at the caliber he went in there against Lerone Richards and who was the other one? He went to fight in America, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an American who, again, with the promoter contacted us. He's a friend of ours who's based in America, but he's actually English, and he said, "Listen, I've got a light heavyweight here, and I want to get him out." And we'd said like we'd love to go to America, and he said, "This light heavyweight," he said, "but everyone's avoiding him." He gave Better BF one of his hardest fights, and he's only ever lost to Better BF and a very highly disputed decision to Marcus Brown. And Marcus Brown gave Better BF one of his hardest fights, and Hot Rod himself gave Better BF a hard fight. So these are two of the best. He was a credible opponent for Mickey. If it weren't for Better BF, he might be a world champion. But this guy gets avoided, and we got the phone call, so we went to America because Mickey had just beat the Olympian Thomas Hart, and the phone had stopped ringing for 12 months. No one wanted to fight him. So he become in that club like Lerone Richards is in. So
Yeah,
we went
because
to America.
Matchroom promoted Whitaker Hart quite highly, didn't
Yeah, yeah, and he was Tony Bellew's fighter. So we beat Jake Barton. They rang us, brought us in to get beat up. Mickey won. Brilliant performance. But then the phone stopped ringing. So he'd had 2 wins against 2 undefeated kids, but he was getting avoided then. So we took the fight in America. We knew it would be tough, and Mickey made it tough for him. He won some rounds. We come back, and then Lerone Richards can't get an opponent. Even with like 2 years' notice, no one wants fighting. So we took Lerone with like 2 weeks' notice. Southpaw, who no one will fight, and he fought him on the Wasserman show. Mickey works full time. He doesn't even get time to do camps, and he just works and he's ready. The guy just wants to fight, and now he's got the opportunity live on Sky TV at 7 o'clock tonight to showcase his skills.
Do you believe, like, of course, you saw the post? Was it Rasmussen that said it? Rasmus, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny.
and yeah, Johnny, and kind of most people in the comments like are writing Ellison off
Yeah.
tonight. Do you feel like you're getting overlooked?
Well, yeah, I mean, you'll always get overlooked if you've got a few losses on your record, but they're not looking into the detail. Like Mickey Ellison's lost recently, only the last few years, say his losses have been to Lerone Richards, undefeated former IBO world champion, British, European, Commonwealth. Hot Rod, who's been in with Better BF and is ranked in the top 15 in most of the organisations. You know, there is last two losses there, and then he just beat two undefeated guys, and he's a light heavyweight. We're
Mm.
talking about middleweight going up to light heavyweight. It's like Mickey Ellison fighting Anthony Joshua going up two weights. I won't, you know what I mean? Like Aaron McKenna's took a big step up, you know, and that's off to him. He's a tough man, and he's a middleweight who's willing to go up to light heavyweight.
Hmm. So what weight is this fight at?
Well, this fight, they weighed in at 12 stone and 12.3, but Mickey does campaign at light heavyweight. But Mickey did come in light for this fight. You know, he's cut some weight and he was already in shape for the Sweden fight, so his weight was already in control. And Mickey can fight at super middleweight. So McKenna's come up to super middle, 12.3, and Mickey's come down, you know, and they've sort of met at a catch weight. But really, Mickey fights light heavyweights.
Yeah. So do you feel like his size could play a factor in tonight's fight?
You know, Mickey's a big, strong man, and he's only got 5 knockouts, but he hits a lot harder than his record suggests, and I think that's one of the reasons they'll look at him and overlook him. They'll think, well, he's not a big puncher, and then another reason is he's got a couple of losses, but Mickey's got the experience of going in with world champions and world title challengers. Patrick McCrory's another one he's been in with. He's about to fight for world title. He's been an IBO world title.
Mm.
You know, so if you're counting the IBO, Mickey's been in with two world champions already. You know, and then you know, everyone else he's fought Charlie Schofield, and everyone else. He's fought a lot of tough men. You know, and it's good that he gets written off because it only makes him angrier and hungrier.
Do you feel like do you feel like you guys need the knockout tonight or
Um, yeah, I think to make a statement, we've got to we've got to knock him out, you know, to make a statement. But you know, like Liverpool's near Bolton, we've got a lot of Mickey trains out of Bolton, though he's from Darwin. But half of the arena's probably got the meat cleavers fans, Jack Cullen.
oh
But
yeah.
they'll get behind Mickey. You know, the other fans of Charlie, you know, you've got Tasha Jonas's fans. A lot of these people know who Mickey is, and hopefully a lot of them will get behind Mickey. A lot of the officials love Mickey because he's a throwback. So, you know, I do think that it's probably more so Boxer and Sky because Mickey's not had the platform. But I think after tonight, they're going to know who Mickey Ellison is.
Mhm. How are you guys feeling? Of course, it's fight day. Like how are you both feeling ahead of the fight? Any nerves going into tonight or?
We've just been for a walk. We just had some food. Mickey's getting quite experienced, as we said. You know, we've been to Zimbabwe, fought the Zimbabwe champion. We've been to America, fighting Hot Rod. Mickey's fought Patrick McCrory, Lerone Richards. You know, he's quite a seasoned pro now. And McKenna's obviously had 17 bouts, I think, but he's never boxed in caliber like Mickey has. So Mickey's quite relaxed, to be honest. We had a good walk around the docks then, a good stretch out. You know, we had some good food here, and yeah, everything's high in the camp. Everyone's really buzzing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so you say he's on at is it 7?
Yeah, he goes live on the first fight, which is 7 o'clock when it opens. Yeah.
So he's starting the show off with a bang.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, whenever Mickey Ellison, the caveman, fights, there's always a bang.
Mm-hmm. Always. What can we expect from Mickey tonight?
We can expect his usual strong, aggressive, fighting man style. You know, he's not the kind of man who'll just back down from a challenge and Mckenna fights face first. So I'm sure You know, we can expect fireworks. As you saw, I'm sure you watched the weigh-in, the intense stir-off, you know, where the fighters didn't really take eyes off each
Is there
other.
bad blood between them two,
I
or?
wouldn't say bad blood, but you've got two men who are fighting men who've got a point to prove. You know, Mickey wants to show people that you can't underestimate him. He is coming off two losses, but they're two losses to two of the best in the world. And McKenna's obviously saying that everyone's avoiding him, but not Mickey Ellison.
Mm-hmm. And last anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No, I just want to say thank you for putting us on the channel. Thank you for helping promote our gym. Today we had Cindy Ngamba, one of the biggest girl prospects in the country and world. She's just won the world championships over at Sheffield. Um, our gym as well has got Greg McGuinness fighting for the Central Area title.
Fighting Lewis Woods.
Yeah, Lewis Wood, who was in a cracking fight last year. So this has the makings on Black Flash Show to be like a serious fight. We've got loads of good kids coming through. Marcus Tomlinson. I've got good amateur kids. Joe
Marcus stopped Owen, didn't he? Owen Kirk.
stopped owing recently in 2 rounds on Steve Wood's show, our show, VIP. I've got loads of young kids coming through, like Joe, not just Cindy Ngamba. We've got Joe Peel. We've got Jamie Kez, who won the national developments last year. Sam Aki, you know, and the boxing's thriving in Bolton, and we need young people like yourself to help promote the boxers and help fans get behind the boxers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is when so is Greg isn't Greg going into Lewis's backyard?
Um, well, Lewis is from Salford. The fight's in Manchester. Bolton's nearby. It's like a local derby, really. I
Mm,
wouldn't say backyard. And to be honest, I wouldn't. Greg in anyone's yard I think he's comfortable because Greg's not scared of no man either. He's like a Mickey Ellison. You know, at our gym we churn some pretty tough men, and Greg McGuinness is a throwback as well. He fights like a throwback. He fights like Jack Dempsey, like Henry Armstrong. And Greg's not scared about going in anyone's yard. If anything, at the end of the night, it's going to be Greg's yard.
mm-hmm. How far when can we expect Marcus to be back out fighting?
Marcus should be out soon. I actually is out. He's on Gary Boo's show, which is March. So I'm sure it's March. Marcus is out.
Mm,
Greg's out in February, and I'm sure or is Marcus out in February? We've got some lads on. We've got a lad who I manage called Leon Entwistle. We've got Marcus. We've got a few lads on Gary Boo's show, which may be February actually.
mm.
Yeah. So we've got that coming up soon as well.
Do you think Marcus could be targeting like a central area by the end of the year or mid this year?
Yeah. He spars a lot of good fighters like Reece Farnhill. He spars all the lads in our gym, Mickey Ellison, Kyle Lamorty. He spars Joe McNally's lads as well. He does a lot of sparring around the Northwest, and he's quite highly spoken of around the gyms. We're just still giving him experience. He sparred Patrick McCrory recently, Adam Heppel. You know, he's been in with everyone, building his experience up, and you know, he's showing us a lot of good stuff in the gym. And hopefully soon, you know, by the end of the year, we should be looking at Central Area titles.
Mm-hmm. What about Carl?
Which Carl?
Carl Lamotti, is it?
Or Kyle, sorry, yeah.
Kyle, sorry.
Out now. He fought in December. He's back out, so he's back active on BoxRec. The only problem is with Kyle is he's in your sort of who needs him club because he's a lovely slick southpaw like Lerone Richards. So it's hard to get him fights. He gets turned down a lot. We've took fights on the day and then they've rang back and said we've found someone else. So it's not the easiest to get a match, but he's in the gym, he's ready. So if any middleweights want to test themselves versus Kyle Lamorte, you know, he's willing and ready.
Mm-hmm. What can we expect from like your gym this year?
Well, we expect more national champions. Like Cindy Ngamba's just won an international tournament today. I expect some more champions like Jamie Kez won the nationals last year, the developments. I've got a young kid called Joe Peel going in the youths now. He's very good. I'm expecting some champions coming through the amateurs as well as the title fights like Greg McGuinness and stuff. and hopefully more opportunities like tonight. Mickey Ellison gets the win over Aaron McKenna, and we can move forward and get something for Mickey on, hopefully on Sky, because I'm sure the public will love the caveman. You know, and I'm looking for titles in everything and all the fighters to move forward.
And from me, Alex, I appreciate your time, especially as you're really busy ahead of the fight, and all the best for tonight. Go and get that win.
Yeah, we will do. Thank you very much for all your work, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, mate. Good luck.
Thanks very much.